Vladimir Putin announces a ceasefire in the Ukraine as some of the war's worst fighting reportedly erupts across the nation. So what is that all about? Good morning, everybody. I'm Martha McCallum here in America's Newsroom.
And I'm Greg Jarrett in for Bill Hemmer. Peace agreements finally signed after 16 hours of talks with leaders from Ukraine, Russia, France, and Germany. But new word this morning that notwithstanding the fighting is continuing in eastern Ukraine.
Yeah, that's right. Greg Palcott joins us now. He is live in Kiev this morning with the latest. So, Greg, what exactly is this deal, and does anyone think it's going to work?
Well, Martha, I think the best thing we can say for it is that there is a deal, but the folks here are very skeptical about whether it can work. They have been here before. As you noted, as a result of marathon talks between Russian President Putin, Ukrainian President Poroshenko, the leaders of France and Germany. The result? A couple of pieces of paper which might or might not mean the end of nearly a year of bloodshed in the east. A key point, that ceasefire, said to be unconditional, which is supposed to go into effect midnight local time Saturday night. That's 5 p.m. Eastern time. Another key point, the withdrawal of heavy weapons like tanks, artillery pieces, rockets. They have been doing so much damage there, and the damage, as you noted, continues right now. The last couple of weeks have seen some of the most bloody fighting in the last year or so of fighting in the region. There's a battle right now over a key transport hub in the east, and that's the hitch here too, Martha, because there's still 3 more days to fight if the ceasefire goes into effect, and the line of division between the two sides still hasn't been marked out. Watch this space, Martha.
Yeah, it sounds like they're trying to get in as much as they possibly can in the next 3 days. What about the presence of Russian troops? What does this deal say about that?
Yeah, this is another very vague point. There is one line in the agreement which says there should be the pullout of foreign troops from the region. Doesn't say who or how. It also says that the border between Russia and Ukraine, and this is crucial, should be controlled by the Ukrainian military, but not after a lot of conditions are met and not until the end of the year. Remember, Vladimir Putin, Russian president, says that he doesn't have any troops or tanks or artillery inside Ukraine, but various sources, authoritative sources, say otherwise. I spoke to one high-level American contact today. He says there's about 6,000 to 8,000 Russian troops inside Ukraine at the moment. Ukrainian government today is saying another 50 Russian tanks crossed the border in the last 24 hours. Probably, Martha, that is why that Washington will be taking a wait-and-see approach to this agreement, especially before it decides on whether or not to send those lethal defensive weapons that have been talked about. Back to you.
So he doesn't have anybody there, according to him, but he can negotiate the circumstances under which they might stay or go. So there we are. Greg, thank you very much.
The United States is backing up that peace deal by sending a battalion, around 600 American paratroopers, to Ukraine next month. That mission to train Ukrainian government forces. The top American Army commander in Europe describing it as getting them up to speed.
How to operate, in an environment where the Russians are jamming makes it difficult. So we're going to train how to do that better, and also how to protect yourself from the Russian and rebel artillery and rockets.
Well, the U.S. paratroopers already based in Italy right now, part of the NATO forces there.